Everyone, one industry you expect to be a very normal and ordinary place you work at would be the gaming industry. But there are hundreds of stories where someone in the studio, or worse, a lead developer, is an absolute creep to the other people in the workplace. The reason I say it's worse for it to be a lead developer is that they have way more power over the victims in the studio. And I mean, come on, vacancies in those studios really aren't that common, so a lot of people just stick to their job out of fear of being unemployed. I don't want to sound like a therapist as if I just cracked the human psyche, but I believe that if you're insanely obsessed with games to the point that it's your high-ranking job, you're probably a nerd, and some nerds are disgusting creeps, sometimes. And this is where this guy fits in, where not only is he one, but he doesn't understand shit about being a normal guy and getting social cues. He's a Polish creative director for Spectrum Studios called Jacek Piorski. I'm sorry if I f***ed that name, you might want to sign up for this guy, but first, let me tell a story. I've never heard of this studio, so it must be like a new one, like a baby fresh one, because I couldn't see like any games they made before in the past, and to be honest, this poor company made the worst first mark on the internet and the gaming community. So of course, as a new studio, they're working on the first project and they're hiring more people, where you can find the positions on LinkedIn. And yeah, naturally they're asking for the common stuff like a portfolio, past experiences working on a game before in the past. But how often do you see a company asking you to attend sauna sessions with the team with no room for negotiation? I love that part there, non-negotiable. Because then that'd be like the one prick on the phone where you would stick out your people and they'd be like, can I not debate that, please? Also, I know that statement overshadows everything else, but who puts on a job hiring, mentoring of Padawan, and epic knowledge of Unreal Engine 5? I think for any person that's not autistic as a creative director, they wouldn't even give the time of day to apply for that job. And one poor applicant did, a female applicant, and she was so confused, she was like, okay, this has to be a joke, there's no way you're actually demanding this from me. Because I mean, come on, it does sound like a very bad Reddit joke, trying to throw out your cats to see who else has the same humor as you. So yeah, they talked, and I'm really sorry for the bizarre translations, because it is, going from Polish to English, but I really feel like when you read over it, you can still feel it has that awkward energy behind it. And I swear to God, this guy is an actual retard. He thinks it's pointless to debate whether or not you actually attend the sauna sessions. Like, it's so crucial, it can't be missed out. And he also wanted like everyone to be naked, going to the sauna, even though it's not listed, but he did specify during the interview that everyone had to be, to make it more awkward, I don't know. And he revealed as well that he already went with his narrative girls, those poor scriptwriters. That's one huge part of the story missing. I want to see an interview like with those women, and like how they were forced to go with him, and he took away the pepper sprays and tasers. But yeah, naturally, the female applicant spoke out about him, posted the screenshots, and everyone in the comments on LinkedIn that like replied to it just called him a creepy moron. Naturally. And yeah, that's normal. They're having the same reaction I'm having right now. But even the worst part, the same guy, Jacek, whatever that long Polish legend name is, he replied to the post acting like he's a level-headed guy. I really want to read it out. He has so much passion behind it. I don't want to waste my time explaining how the Russian banya differs from a dry sauna. I'm gonna have an explanation right here for what that is for all those sauna fans out there. You have to feel it. We can even organize a party only for women. We already did it. No offense, but if you don't feel like it, find a job elsewhere. Ooh. I'll say it again, it's not about undressing, it's about experiencing a different type of sauna. The humidity inside the banya or steam sauna is about 90%, so the towel is very wet after a few seconds. I think he might have taken that response. I wouldn't be surprised because it is pure dog shit. And people give him more backlash because it showed a peak of his perverted mind. But for all this attention, drama, and dragging down the studio with him, what the is the actual game about? Their game, the debut game, has a working title of Project Temple, which would be like about the sauna experience. So sort of, that does cover the requirement of having to go to the sauna, because you do need that experience, that first-hand experience of what it's like, to portray that on a game and make it feel more authentic. If they didn't, that would be like making an indie game about depression, made by EA and Activision, like the worst people to handle it. So I understand that part, but you have everyone in the studio can be cramped in one tiny space to the boiling temperature. I just don't get it. Surely at that point, it'd go from the calm peace of a sauna to a cramped room full of other people sweating off their bald head. But aside from that, the game synopsis is that a character called Birdie, the main character, a woman aged 20 to 30, then in her relationship with her partner, and in order to relax and try to start a new life, she moves to Warsaw. Birdie is going for sauna master training, and then she's trained to be a professional sauna master. What is that? It's a narrative-driven game with choices that reflect the world and characters around you. It's like Life is Strange, but in sauna. Yeah. My favorite part of the description they gave about the game is like the mess of a stew about like all the different like comparisons they made with a mix of Life is Strange, that makes sense, the story, Final Fantasy, Heart of Darkness, The Tourist, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. That's actual Polish gibberish. So honestly, in my personal opinion, I feel like this indie game, is gonna have like a really forced message about mental health, and that's just so generic. And yeah, I don't have an issue if that's what they're going for, but you can tell from the creep of the guy that's being the creative director behind the game, and that half project comparisons they made, it won't turn out that well. The studio, Spectrum Studio, they are planning on making a statement about the whole drama, and I don't think it's really good. Because they might go for defending the Sona part, I can get that, but they probably will try to push like the creative director for being, kind of a creep. That's the only way I can see them going for, unless they want to kamikaze with this pervert character, this funny little character.